Good morning, Hojo staff, students, and families. Today is Tuesday, August 18th, and we're ready to start our day. So please stand. Place your right hand over your heart. Voices are off. Bodies are still. We're standing respectfully, and we recite the Pledge of Allegiance together. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday, and we are going to get started with some music today. Now, hopefully you've had a chance to listen to our playlist and maybe making yourself familiar with some of the music we have from last year. So I'm going to play a selection from last year as a review and see if you can remember it. This is in honor of Mr. Williams, who is back with us today. He returned this weekend, so he's back with us for this school year, and this is one of his favorites. So I'm going to play this in honor of Mr. Williams and see if you can identify it. Okay, do you remember? Okay, tell me the name of the composer. Camille Saint-Saëns, that's right. And the name of the piece? The Swan. Nice job. Okay, who remembers the piece that we were listening to that we just introduced yesterday? See if you can remember and identify the composer and the piece. Okay, first, tell me who was the composer. We've talked about him yesterday because remember he did the 12 variations of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. The composer is Mozart, that's right. And the name of this piece, it's a mouthful. It's in German, another language. Eine kleine Nachtmusik. It's a very famous piece. You hear it a lot. Probably hear that on commercials too, but you Hojo students will be able to identify it when they hear it. Okay, friends, so also let's review. This was the first piece of art for the year that I had you identify, and it is Washington Crossing the Delaware, that's right. And the name of the artist? Emanuel Leutze, also German. And we talked about the Battle of Trenton. That's when the George Washington and the Continental Army were fighting against the Hessians, right? The Germans who were hired to try to fight us, to keep us as part of England. And we said, no, we were going to try and become our own country. Lots of German influence this week in all the things that we're doing. The other piece of art is actually a building, and we talked about this piece. Also something to do with Washington. Do you remember? The Washington Monument, that's right. And it is located where? If you wanted to go see it, where would you go? Washington, D.C. That's right. When you're in 9th grade, hopefully we get to go there. It was one of the tallest buildings in the world, the tallest when it was built, but not anymore. It's still very tall, probably too tall to climb all those stairs, 900 stairs. So, and it's in the shape of a obelisk, that's right, which is from a throwback to what ancient civilization? Egyptian civilization. Even has a little pyramid at the top, right? The obelisk with the pyramid at the top. Okay, let's talk about poems today. Yesterday, I read you the poem by, do you remember the poet's name, the author? Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. That's right, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, who's from my hometown and lived just a couple doors down from my high school. So Henry Wadsworth Longfellow wrote lots of poetry. And the one that we had talked about yesterday was The Children's Hour. So I'm going to read that again. We're going to have one poem for the week. Normally, if you're a student who is new to Hojo, usually we have one class recite a poem each day. They take turns, but because we don't have all of our students here, we're going to try to become more familiar with one poem rather than just skipping around and doing a different poem every day. Let's do one a week until we can have students memorizing and reciting poetry again like we used to back when we were all in school together. So The Children's Hour by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Between the dark and the daylight, when the night is beginning to lower, comes a pause in the day's occupations that is known as the children's hour. I hear in the chamber above me the patter of little feet, the sound of a door that is opened, and voices soft and sweet. From my study I see in the lamplight, descending the broad hall stair, grave Alice and laughing Allegra, and Edith with golden hair. A whisper, and then a silence. Yet I know by their merry eyes they are plotting and planning together to take me by surprise. A sudden rush from the stairway, a sudden raid from the hall. By 3 doors left unguarded, they enter my castle wall. They climb up into my turret, over the arms and back of my chair. If I try to escape, they surround me. They seem to be everywhere. They almost devour me with kisses, their arms about me entwine, till I think of the Bishop of Bingen and his mouse tower on the Rhine. Do you think, O blue-eyed banditti, because you have scaled the wall, such an old mustache as I am is not a match for you all? I have you fast in my fortress, and will not let you depart, but put you down in the dungeon, in the round tower of my heart. And there will I keep you forever, yes, forever and a day, till the walls shall crumble to ruin and molder in dust away. That's an excellent poem. I think it means more to people who are parents and grandparents than it does even to children when it's called the Children's Hour. So, have you ever done that before? Have you ever snuck up and tried to play a trick and sneak up on your parent or grandparent or maybe an older brother and try to surprise them? Sometimes they already know and they just like that you want to play with them. So it's a great poem to talk about that. So other announcements today, there's no birthdays today, so happy on birthday to everyone. Hopefully you're having some luck logging in to Canvas and that you're able to find your class's assignments there. Try to log in and communicate with your teachers. If you're having trouble, sometimes what happens is when something is new, we have to practice, right? We have to practice learning how to get around in that. It can be frustrating at first, but there's not a lot of things that you actually have to do. There are not a lot of assignments right now, so it's the perfect time to practice. Go in there, try to see what you can figure out. If you can figure out how to communicate with your teacher directly. If you're having trouble, then make sure you have your parents email your teacher, so we can make sure that you know how to move around in Canvas and you know exactly what to do. So when we start posting some of the more difficult assignments that it will take some time for you to do, you will know how to do that. So if you're having any trouble, make sure that you let us know. The tablets did arrive, and we are going to distribute them on Wednesday because we want to put together kindergarten and first grades kits for Q1. So we will put together some of the materials that you will need in order to be able to do some of your handwriting and to do some of the assignments for the first quarter. So when you come to pick up, you can come pick up the tablet if you have requested a tablet. If you haven't requested a tablet, please don't come and just pick one up. Let me know if you've changed your mind and you need a tablet. If you did not put one down on your parent-teacher conference, please don't come and pick one up, because we don't have enough for everybody who said they wanted one, and then just for anybody who is feeling like they've changed their mind. So if you have changed your mind, please let me or your child's teacher know, and or if students, if you decide that you want one, and you can let your parents know, but please let me know ahead of time so we have enough to go around. So we will be doing pickup of the kits and of the tablets on Wednesday for kindergarten and first grade. The remainder of the Chromebooks should be in shortly, and then we will do a pickup of the Chromebooks, the second wave of picking up Chromebooks, as well as hopefully we'll have the kits ready for our upper grades. You'll need your science notebook, you'll need your math textbook or our workbook, you'll need to have your first literature book, third grade, Aladdin, you're going to pick that up. And I believe 5th grade is Secret Garden. You'll come pick that up. So each grade level, Robin Hood for 4th grade, you come pick up your kits that will have the materials you need for the first quarter. We will have an additional time for you to come and pick up kits for the classes that haven't started yet. So for languages, if you need a book for that, or if you need to have a kit for art and for PE. We'll do those after September 8th, when we can start having kids come back to school. So that's all we have for announcements for today. So let's do our student pledge. I will do the good, I will learn the true, and I will love the beautiful. And I hope you have a great day.